What's up everyone, here we are again after a little, like 2-week delay basically, where we didn't stream anything. I believe, at least the last time we were online was another adventure. We're back with yet another adventure. It's basically like an exact 2-week gap between those two. Last time it was for Lucente, the third, and this time it is one of the first, if not the first, I'm never 100% sure about these things, the first legacy adventure, which means that we have a hero that has had an adventure before, and now we're revisiting that hero. He's like in a different kind of adventure, because obviously in Rivengard world there's all sorts of adventures to be had. You can go on the beach and fight it out with some guys there, like mostly frog warriors, or you can go into the ice realm, like deal with frost golems and whatnot, or you can also like deal in the woods with the Ringy guys and whatnot. It's a full world with like lots of different factions, lots of different opponents. So this is why Ranaklu this time is going up against guys in the desert. I'm a big fan. Hey, hello. Hey, Soul. Hey, hi, Buck. So, let's see where we are right now. This is the usual. You've seen this before. We are at the legendary encounter. Haven't tried it yet, as is often the case. Otherwise, we would have some points, hopefully. Otherwise, it would be really bad attempt with like 0 points out of 500. All the other levels we have mastered, which is not that surprising considering that my faction that Ranaklu is a part of, the Caven Realm, is mostly, not exactly maxed out, not all of them, but like 3 out of 5 units are maxed out, both Nimrul and Queen Akeshru and Ranaklu himself, even though it doesn't matter. They are all maxed out at level 50 legendary, diamond rank 3 units, really good units. You should upgrade them if you can. And then Umanu and Voyasa are also like fine. Not that great, but fine. And then the conditions for Ranaklu, of course, he's a mage. So those encounters are easy because mages are good in this game. They can create summons, which help you not take damage. So this like automatically means this adventure is going to be easier than adventures for a warrior, for example. And then on top of that, dark units, which is another very popular condition, are also kind of good because you now have access to Grandma Bones and Akio, and they are also both really, really good. Not as strong, like the Waning Moon faction is not as strong as the Caven Realm. I had to look it up, I forgot for a second what the name was, because 3 units are not that good, but still, you get like access to 2 more units that are really good. So at the end of the day, there's a couple of conditions that these adventures tend to typically throw at you, and apart from the condition, have a melee unit, or have a non-mounted unit. Non-mounted is also not a big deal. You should be finding a couple of really good units in your pool of heroes to master these levels with relative ease. Relative ease, of course. If you're a new player, don't worry. It is normal that you cannot get a perfect score in the first or second or even third adventure you're playing. However, if you keep at it and you keep working on your heroes, what is happening down here? You're going to be fine. You're going to be able to get the perfect score in those adventures. Hey Mario, hey Sam, hello Raffle, hey guys. Looking forward to Rare 3 without Dorga. Rare 3 without Dorga, that's possible, I can show you how to do that. First time here, hey, hello, Savion George, hey. I hope you're gonna enjoy your time. Alright, so we're gonna mute this stream, because this is my live view of my phone, and then we're gonna go into my recordings, which is all of the common encounters and uncommon encounters and so on, basically up until the point where we are right now. So let's turn down the volume, otherwise we're gonna blast our ears, me included. So and let's run through them. This is 15 minutes of fun. So here we are, common encounter number 1, where as is often the case in the common encounters, always the case, we're not allowed to take any damage. That means even if you heal the damage is dealt. I don't know what to say otherwise. So that means even if you heal afterwards, it does not matter. Someone cue the rock. You're gonna lose the perfect scores. So we're just creating like a bunch of darkness units so we can have some shades, and then the shades are going in, they are taking out the enemies very easily, and then there's another shade. So this is a bit of a showcase of what the darkness team can do. Ranaklu, of course, is the centerpiece of the darkness strategies. This rhymes. I'm going to use this the entire day. Ranaklu is the centerpiece of the darkness strategies, and because he's the one that basically gives you all of these shades. Umanu is very often a very important supporter. But yeah, this is the general strategy. The next level is like a Tanamo showcase. Ranaklu is not doing all that much. I'm just using the other units for fun here. I think there's 500 million ways how to solve this encounter. If you do not happen to have Tanamo, Gix is a good unit that can deal with a lot of enemies, like give you some frogs ideally. If you happen to have, like my Vera would be good enough, very likely, unless you are getting unlucky and she shoots at the Palace Guard. So there's a lot of options to clean out this encounter. Alright, this takes us to common encounter number 3, already the last encounter for the common levels. This time we can play Nimrod. It feels like a waste using the active here, but is incoming here. We want to have more darkness on the board. Now here we're getting a bit unlucky because ideally we would have spread the darkness here and there, but we're only spreading it on one side. It's still fine. And then obviously we go for shades again, so Ranaklu is doing his thing. And then these enemies are doing us a gigantic favor in lining up very, very nicely, which means that this is Queen Akeshu time. Don't move, don't move Umanu there is what I was about to say, but it actually doesn't matter, you can just go for Queen. Her active is doing double damage to all light units, so like Queen Akeshu versus the desert is like an unfair fight. There's absolutely nothing that the desert units can do against Queen Akeshu for the most part. Alright, this takes us to the uncommon encounters, where the requirements are getting a little bit more lenient, so to speak, because you can take damage now and you can heal it back. So this is the advantage. The disadvantage is you are capped in terms of, or like narrowed down, you can only play Cave and Realm. Again, not a big deal, at least not for me, because I have a lot of really good Cave and Realm heroes. Cave and Realm heroes. It's not that hard, this sentence. Hey, Retro. Hi. I said hi, didn't I? I think I did. So this time we're going for Ranaklu first, then we're creating more darkness, take out the enemy, and then we create yet another shade. Now the strategy here, actually we're not, we're going for the active of Queen Akeshu, because you need the active of Queen Akeshu at the bottom to give these guys something to do, and that's why the other two guys that you're playing, it doesn't need to be Umanu, it can be any other unit. The other two were basically busy dealing with the Palace Guard at the top. There's other approaches for this, but I really like the option to go with the active of Queen Akeshu against the guys at the bottom that were standing up nicely aligned in a long line. Alright, I'm still trying to figure out... here's the shoe. Okay, there's a shoe that I lost in between. So this takes us to uncommon encounter number 2, where we're only allowed to play mages. Again, this is relatively easy, because mages tend to be really good. They can give you summons. Here's one summon. One attack, one summon. That's how it's supposed to go. Then we could attack with Ranaklu. Here it's not a problem if he's not immediately cleaning out the Palace Guard, because we're going to get a shade. And then we still have the Grandma Bones that can give us a skeleton if he doesn't die. Okay, he does die. So instead of a shade, we do get a skeleton. I don't really have a clear preference. Most of the time the shades are better. But it's not like 100% thing where it's like, it's always 100% you're going to be better off having a shade rather than a skeleton. So now I'm thinking about, can we do something with Nixie here? The answer is, as always, yes, you can always do something with Nixie. We can plant a tree. Now this tree is strategically placed because these guys can no longer stand there and hit Nixie or hit most of the other units. They can still move to the side, but that's alright. So these two are lining up. That means Queen Akeshu, it's your turn again. It's your turn, Queen Akeshu. Sounds like something from an anime or something. I'm not sure. All right, so we're bringing Grandma Bones in position so she can try and help and fail to deal with this guy. Queen Akeshu is going in, taking out these two guys, and then you can put Nixie onto the high ground and then shoot the other guy. And that's how you end up with a perfect score. Bit hard, but not impossible. Hello. Do you have a replacement for Grandma in Uncommon 2? Was this Uncommon 2? I don't think that Grandma is super important, to be honest. Normally the obvious choice would be you want to have summons, so Dorga would be a good choice, I guess. But I know for a fact that you don't have Dorga. Actually, you do have a Dorga, don't you? I thought you drew into it at some point. What's another good option here? A mage, ideally one that creates summons. Should we quickly look over the units? I'm just highly confused here. Let me just see. A mage. Why is this restarting? We were... Hello from India. Hey. No Dorga? I thought you had a Dorga by now. Alright, let's quickly see if there's another mage that can help us. I guess Panda would be good. You don't even have to have a super strong Panda. The reason is, you can use the active of Panda. It's really just about the eyes. So these guys cannot move in either farther than here, and the same is true down here. Like the Palace Guard, he's actually hulking, so he cannot move that much anyway. You could focus all your fire on this guy at first. Obviously use Queen Akeshu, so you get like a shade. and then you can like give the other guys like a break. They cannot move in because there's either a tree in the way or there's like some ice from Penda in the way. So that's like one option, I guess. Not the greatest option, but okay. And then other than that, if that's not an option, Tavarinci, I don't think so. Penda's definitely a good choice. Aradel could be a good choice. Depends on how much damage she's doing. I never know because I don't have her at the lower rarity. Like I do have her at a lower rarity, but I don't play her as the lower rarity version. So if you can just like stall a little bit and have these guys come to you. So with these guys, there's two ways. Either you deal with them immediately, or you create summons, so they focus. Actually, there's three ways. So they deal with the summons, but this is the worst thing that can happen because they move in, they hit the summon, and they move out again. So the second best option, if you cannot deal with them immediately, is to ignore them and get out of reach, because then they move in and they don't move back. So then they are closer to you, and you can then do something to deal with them. So either destroy them right away, or ignore them completely and move out of their way. So here I think you can just move into the lower bottom right corner, have everybody move in, don't give them a shade to attack, get out of range or reach of these enemies, and then on the second turn, after these guys moved in, maybe they are lining up or something on the bridge, I'm not sure, you can then use the active of Queen Akeshu, for example, and strike back. Or active like Penda, for example. So I think there's some ways. Even a Darcy is not completely out of the question because the meteorite might help you. And I think that's it. I don't see any other. Servidus with his mushrooms might be okay, but he might be getting damaged in return, so not a great idea. Yeah, but that's kind of it. That is kind of it. All right. That was that encounter. So let's go to the next one. Here we go. This is uncommon encounter number 3. Any moment. Are you? Here we go. Huh? Where's the start of this encounter? Oh, here it is. Okay. No, I don't know why this didn't work, but now it's working. Uncommon encounter number 3. We are not allowed to play Snaresbang, aka mechanics. But when it says you are not allowed to play mechanics, what the game means is you're not allowed to play Snaresbang. Okay? Just to clarify. And then we can also not play ranged units, which, for example, would be gigs. So this actually took me a little bit longer. I had a run where I wasn't happy with what Akio was doing, and then actually, was it Akio? Yeah, Yasmin didn't really do anything for me. So I'm just going, yeah, let's go Silverwood. Let's go Silverwood. It's an adventure after all. It's the one game mode where Silverwood shines the most, more so than in any other game mode. So we're going down here with Silverwood, like deal damage to this guy, then we give these guys something to do so they can hit the horses instead of our guys. Then we deal some damage to this guy, deal a little bit more damage to this guy, and he's out. And now there's two options. Option 1, you hide at the top. You place a unit there and you just hide. Option 2 is you go in. You can only go in if you have a unit that can immediately like bind 3 enemies. They have something to do. Dorga is the unit for that because she's giving you summons, obviously, as always. If you do not happen to have Dorga, it's not a gigantic deal as far as I'm concerned. Just stay at the top. Block the spot so nobody is attacking you immediately, and hope that your units that you have, the summons that you have, play Queen Akeshu, so you have yet another summon, that these enemies are going to focus on the summons and not deal damage to your units. And then I think you can actually do this without Dorga. With Dorga, it's like a million times easier, but what else is new? I normally try to avoid Dorga whenever I can, or avoid playing Dorga. This was not one of those encounters where this is super easy. You want to have as many summons as possible. As you can see, whenever you hit these guys, they strike back. This is super weird when you're attacking with Ranaklu. Ranaklu is hitting them. They take a lot of damage, and then the active effect of Ranaklu kicks in that deals damage to everybody in darkness for one more time, but they first hit back. So even if you are like 100% confident that you're about to kill them, you need to like one-shot them with Ranaklu. The second part of the active effect is not enough. Also, notice we didn't even use Silverwood. Like we still had Silverwoods active, could have done even more damage. Alright, that's it for the uncommon encounters. And all of that takes us to the rare encounters. In the last Adventure stream, you asked us to remind you never to use Grammar Bones in an Adventure again. Is it? I might have said that, yeah. Yeah, I forgot. I admit I forgot. Karadan can spare you from the archers. Karadan, of course! Yes, Karadan, great unit. Really great unit. I used Siad here and Yasmin as heal. Oh, that's also a really good option. Yeah, definitely some options. Definitely some options. Didn't even think of those. But yes, Karadan, whenever you have to play mages and you do not find another way to block damage or create summons, Karadan is a really good, obvious choice. Alright, this takes us to the rare encounters. Uncommon encounter number 1. So here the key, if I remember correctly, is to not immediately use the active of Queen Akeshru, because we want to use it on the other guys. So I'm doing a regular attack with Ranaklu, I'm doing a regular attack with Wumanu, and then I'm using a regular attack with a shade, just so I have a shade. And this means that the enemies are not like dealing damage to me, they are busy with the shade, or the one enemy that is remaining. And then we can go for the active of Queen Akeshru. Now these guys don't die, but that's okay. We now create a gigantic field of like a carpet of darkness, and cover the entire field. And even though these guys can hit them and can kill some of them, we still have enough shades at the end of the day to very easily, within the 2 more turns that we have, get the lightning victory. So this to me seemed like a very straightforward approach. This is like a tiny bit risky, just a tiny bit, going in here with Umanu, because if you're not one-shotting the enemy, there's a chance he's attacking you. The first time I did create a couple of shades. I moved in right away with Queen Akeshru, and the enemies, for whatever reason, they were throwing Queen Akeshru for like a round, like basically instead of attacking the shades, they were attacking her. So that's why I took like a bit more of a slower approach. All right, re-encounter number 2. This time we have to play not flying units, which is code for don't play Tanamo. Even though I don't really see how Tanamo would have been great here. Maybe there's another really good flying unit, like Cor. Can't even say it with a straight face. Can't even say it with a straight face. And then, as always, if you're in an adventure and you do not know what unit to play, just play Silver Road. Just always play Silver Road. Silver Road is really good in all of these adventures every single time. You can see this here. Like we're dealing some more damage, we're like giving the enemy something to do, they can shoot back, but we don't mind, and then Silver Road just says, okay, good night. Silver Road is always like, oh, I got another appointment, I have to go. Bye-bye. Here's some crows. Like instead of business cards, Silver Road leaves crows behind. And I don't know what those crows are doing. They have a very explosive poop or something. Rare 3. The hardest encounter in the entire adventure, because nobody knows that Pilato is a unit. Me included. I did not know about Pilato. I'm like, well, how am I supposed to do this in just 1.5 turns? And the answer is, put Pilato in the middle, put a couple of shades next to Pilato. Pro move is actually to move Ranaklu to the side, here on the left side, because then you have a chance that the shade spawns in this field, and that would mean that Pilato's active is actually affecting 4 shades and not just 3. And everybody forgets about this unit because it only has range 1. Everybody would be playing this unit if it had range 2. Hint. If you use the active of Pilato, these shades are gonna run wild and immediately just clear the board. So it is like a very easy encounter once you realize that Pilato is a unit. You need to have Pilato at level 17 is what somebody in my guild or somebody on the official Discord has said. But level 17 is enough. It doesn't need to be like a rare one. You need to be a little bit lucky, unless your shades are super strong, I guess. Alright, this is an encounter where we can play whoever we want, is that correct? Did I miss something? Let me just quickly go back. Oh, not mounted. Okay, no Akio, no Sir Matt, that's basically it. And then we can play whoever we want. So you just play the best not mounted units that there are in the game. Obviously that's Gix. Obviously that's anybody that can create a summon, like not Grandma Bones. And or Queen Akeshru is really good, obviously. So yeah, this is very straightforward. Always attack these guys with somebody else first, so they shoot. With a summon first. Even if the summon goes down, it's not a big deal, because you immediately replace the summon thanks to the active of Ranaklu. Then these enemies do their thing. We can actually see that skeletons are slightly better here than shades, because skeletons can survive a hit, whereas the shades immediately die. And then these guys are lining up again. I don't know what it is with them. They love lining up. It's like they are a marching band or something. And they missed the halftime show. And suddenly they showed up in Rivengard and they don't know how they ended up there. And we just like say, okay, here's Queen Akeshru, bye-bye. Rare 5 is the other really hard encounter in this adventure, as far as I'm concerned. I took a couple of attempts, I think 2 or 3, which is also the highest number of attempts I needed for any encounter. But again, my Caven Realm heroes are really, really strong. So I checked if Grandma Bones can immediately one-shot one of these guys. She cannot. So we're just damaging him a little. Then we move... I don't remember. Queen Akeshru. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We move Queen Akeshru in. Get one summon. Then we want to get a second summon. And there we are. And then we want to get a third summon. And here I'm moving Grandma Bones like right next to the enemy. Now that I see this, I don't know why they didn't realize this before. Nixie would be really good. Like a tree in this spot would be really, really good. I don't know why I didn't think of this. So the only unit that gets damaged here is Grandma Bones, but that's not a big deal. Because Grandma Bones can just say, okay, give me back my life. And now we're good. Now this encounter has been solved. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it has been solved. It was hard up until the point where we didn't know how to make sure that Grandma Bones, how to make sure that we're not getting too many damaged units. But once Grandma Bones is like, okay, I can heal myself, we're like, okay, we got it. We got it now. We could even pass play and not do anything, but of course, we have the patience of a saint, and that means we're going for kill command immediately. Because we're like, we want to be done with this. We got things to do. There's a company meeting or something, I don't know. Alright, Rare 3 was quite surprising. Now Epic 1, no Dogger. Epic 1, no Dogger. Let's see. Which one is this? I don't think I played Dogger here, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Epic 1. So we are at Epic 1. Oh, we're not playing Dogger. Look at this. We're just flooding the board with summons. It's my favorite strategy in the world. So let's just flood the board with summons and then we go kill command. This seemed really easy, doing it this way. I'm not saying this is going to work for everyone. I guess it depends a little bit on how strong your summons are. But look at these horses. They weren't super powerful. And that's just it. You just flood the board with summons and go Accio. It always works. It's the Rivengard in a nutshell. Flood the board and Accio. Alright, epic encounter number 2. Also, true experts use Cinder here. Hearsay. Okay, we have to play Cave and Realm? I guess. Yeah, otherwise there's no reason to play this team. Yes, we have to play Cave and Realm in epic encounter number 2. The key thing here is how much reach and range do these gunners have or horse archers have at the bottom. So you want to place your units in a way that they cannot get hit. And then after that, like that's the main thing. And the second thing is once you can make sure that you're not getting hit, you want to have them come your way. Yeah, have it your way. So here we can now activate the danger zone. We see, okay, these guys are moving up. And now you can see, all right, they line up for us again. They just love lining up for us. So it's time for Queen Akeshru because she's doing more damage. 2 guys that are light units. You've heard this before. And we ideally, we even find a unit that we can hit with Ranaklu, but I don't really see it here. Still all good. Like we can create a lot of darkness on the board, take out more and more and more of these enemies. This guy's almost dead. So we can also use Nimrod here. Don't move in with Nimrod right away, because he might get like shot back, struck, whatever you want to call it, by the enemies, the horse archers basically. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Now the rest of this fight is very straightforward. We can spread some darkness. We can now use Nimrod without a problem. So we can also create another summon, sure. And now we should not attack with Nimrod because we want darkness and summons. Summons is important. So here we go with summons. And as you can see, we still have time. We still have this turn and next turn for the lightning victory. So we're really good. Oh, sorry. That was my wife. She's really sick today. It's not a joke. She is. Alright. And that was that encounter, epic number 2. Ranaklu never killed the guy at the first turn in epic 1 in my case. Oh. See, I didn't even consider that this was a crit hit. Oh, good to know. Epic 3. We have to play mages. Okay. So we swap in the mage squad. Tim is really good here because there's a lot of water in the level. So we can do things like give us some summons. We're mixing it up this time around. We're going for, okay, I don't want to have just skeletons. I also want to have one shade. So that's what we're doing. And then we just do regular attacks here because that's fine. And then we use the active of Ranaklu. And apparently my Ranaklu always crits. I didn't even know this. And that's the encounter. There's like not much else here. We can take one enemy out with Nixie, and then we still have the active of Tim. And then after the active of Tim, we still have an attack with Queen Akeshru. It's a free for all. We have like so many options to kill this guy, this Adasi. So that's it. Very straightforward again. First attempt, immediately the perfect score. And this was the case in a couple of these encounters. They seemed somewhat straightforward, but again, there's a lot of conditions that apply to Ranaklu that are very easy to fulfill for the more experienced players in this game. Alright, you guys can do me a favor. Let me know which encounter you like the most and just post it in the chat. We can do a live giveaway today because I gave you fair warning. It's not like last time when I'm like, okay, we're going to be streaming in 5 minutes. No, I told you this morning that we're going to be streaming 8 hours later, and that we'll have to do. So if you are interested in participating in our prize raffle at the end of the stream, just enter your name in the chat basically and let me know which encounter you preferred the most, which one you liked the most. Ranaklu never kill. Yeah, we got this. Entertaining and useful as ever. Thanks, but got to move on. No worries, no worries. Shall I enter you regardless, Rob? I wouldn't mind. So let's go switch back to the live recording, and let's try and play the legendary card. I don't even know what the conditions are, but I will find out. I will find out. All right, let's see. We are playing mages, I guess. Oh no, dark units. Okay, dark heroes. So we don't have heal unless we're using Grandma Bones to heal herself. There is no other dark unit that can heal, so we have to play aggressively. Also, we can get a Ray of the Radiant Sun, which is very much appreciated. I do need this for Grandma Bones or Naevis. Also mad. One of the three someone always needs all of these legendary upgrades. Alright, so dark units, let's see. This is the encounter. And oh, this is kind of interesting because the enemies are spread out. There's some at the top, some at the bottom. Let's check how much Harun has. Okay, Harun we cannot one-shot because he's basically got 4,800 health, because the active of Queen Akeshru is doing physical damage, which sounds very confusing and nonsensical, but yes, it does. The dragon does physical damage. This is not magical damage. So 4/8 damage. Let's see, we're doing... Well, if we get super lucky, if we hit the nuts, then we would one-shot it. Okay, these guys have 2,300, so they are toast. So if we attack the guy in the top right corner, that's going to work out. So, since we are playing dark units, let's... Okay, there's a line of the enemies at the bottom, so we have to use Queen Akeshru at the bottom. We have to use Ranaklu at the top. That makes sense. Then we also have Nimrod. Nimrod can actually very likely take out these guys immediately. If this happens, we can still move Ranaklu to the bottom. And unless Nimrod is like crit hitting everybody immediately, we should be fine. And then, I mean, the obvious like shoe-ins here is Akio and Umanu. Like, this doesn't even seem like a question, to be honest. So we could use Queen Akeshru on the guy at the right, get like we're drawing a line, a very gigantic line. Then we can use Umanu to spread the darkness. Spread the darkness. Ah, my German dialect came through. And then we can use some Ranaklu action and Nimrod action, and hopefully we're not gonna kill everything with Nimrod immediately. So let's give this a try. Let's see how this goes. Too much theory crafting. Okay, and I'm gonna enter your names at any moment, okay? No worries, guys. So, what I said. We're going with a line of darkness. Okay, let's see if we can... Ah, cool, they're surviving. Ah, this is just too good to be true. This seems like a straightforward affair here. So let's get rid of these guys. We need more darkness at the top. In theory, you need more darkness at the top. But then again, I don't think it matters. So let's give darkness at the bottom. Let's just put darkness everywhere. Let's just be real. We want to have darkness everywhere. And then we use the active of Ranaklu. And that means these enemies have something to do. So now our biggest problem is that the enemies could attack Akio. And if he doesn't block, and also he's not equipped right now. If he doesn't block, the enemies would be killed by the shades, and we would have a unit that is damaged. I'm willing to risk this, so I'm just going to use Akio up here and just call it a day. And they are attacking the shades, and we should be good, right? This is not it? Oh, wow. How are you guys still alive? Okay, we have 4 more turns for reasons. So let's try and spread the darkness a little bit. Now we can teleport Ranaklu to the top, which sounds like a smart approach, so he can connect next turn. Then we can move Queen Akeshru in. And yeah, Akio we could move in, but I don't see it. And Nimrod we're just gonna hide in the corner. Okay, so these guys focus some more on the shades. There's still 400 shades. Jesus Christ, 3 more turns. This is really testing my patience here. But we can now do this. I should have attacked the guy at the top. Yeah, okay, let's just finish this with a kill command, and that's it. Alright, pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward approach. Doesn't seem super challenging, at least if you have built a darkness squad, either, or you're, I mean, even if you haven't built a darkness squad, your Ranaklu is going to be powerful, because the game provides you with the Ranaklu for the level. So you can basically strip your Ranaklu naked in your menu, in your hero overview, and you will still get like a diamond rank 3 Ranaklu that is like super powered for this encounter. So I guess almost everybody can do this. The only question is, can you keep the shades alive? So there's 2 ways to keep shades alive. Number one, you spread the darkness, as we just saw. And then there's also something that people forget about. You can heal your shades. Sometimes I'm using Nixie, which is not an option if you want to go for max score, but generally speaking, I'm using Nixie with a tree, and then the tree is healing the shades. So they're losing half the health at the start of the turn, but they immediately get healed by the tree, and then they survive. This is also possible to keep shades alive this way. Alright, that's basically it for this adventure. We got another one in the back. Yay! Where's my yay sound effect? Here we go. And yeah, you get a couple more shards, you get a couple more laurels, you get a bit of gold, and then of course an essence. Everybody needs essences. I mean, so much you can do with them. All right. All right. Let's enter some names. We have I'm trying to find it. Do you think Germany will win the World Cup? I don't think so. It would be very surprising. I think we can win today and advance to the next round, and then you never know what happens. Germans are weird. Like, we just somehow stumble into the next round, and then into the next, and then into the next. It just happens a lot. Although I have to say that there don't seem to be a whole lot of teams that are like super strong in this World Cup. Like, France is fine, but they have a tendency to fall apart in important games sometimes. So about France, I'm not like super worried. Italy is not there, which is normally our kryptonite. Italy loves playing against Germany, so we should be fine. Spain seems really good, but we were actually playing quite well against them, in my opinion. Yeah, and Argentina is very deadly, but they had this terrible game against Saudi Arabia, where it looked like they don't know what they're doing, which is really weird. Like, going into the World Cup, there was like an article that I saw that was posted all over my social feed. Is this Argentine team be able to beat? Like, nobody can beat them, and then in the first game they immediately lost. It's like, okay. Also the Netherlands, but the Netherlands also never win. All right, I've become unpopular enough with all of those comments, so I'm just gonna shut up now. All right, Mr. 16 says rare 3. Force says rare 3. Okay, is rare 3 like a popular choice? Hello Optimus, I like rare 3 just as for Pilato. Bossa Leno says rare 3. Okay, I can see where this is going. Okay, Xis says justice for Pilato. Okay, it's like this is a thing. I just want to make sure that you're not saying this because I said that it would be nice if this unit was like receiving a little bit more love, okay? It would be nice if you clarified this. Otherwise, Kyle is going to be on me, and he's like, oh, you told all of these people to say this, that Pilato needs range too. Okay? I'm sorry. I didn't. So, Sam is here. Sam says rare 5. Okay. Finally, Pilato in action. Everybody loves rare 3, apparently. Hey, Keys and Jake. Hello. Tiny Rodent says rare 3. Tiny Rodent says rare. Okay. I like the legendary encounter. Okay, because I solved it on the first turn. Try with full points. Good job. This is very hard to do. Only the best players in the game can do this. Then we get Anna Kuti MJ, which says Uncommon 2. Okay. Amethyst Chun says legendary. And then Nako says legendary. It would have been challenging with Cave and Realm only. Accio is easy mode. Oh yeah. But I don't think I needed Accio. And we had like 2 more turns to get the perfect score, right? I mean, I guess the shades burn in the sun. We can try it one more time without Accio. Savion. George. Rare 3. Favorite encounter was Epic 1 because it was able to play Cinder. Okay. Epic 1. Too late to end. No, you're still in time. No worries, Wahin. No worries. So Epic 2, Casey says also rare 3. Yeah, I have to admit I only tried it twice. The first attempt I was like, I have no idea how to do this, and then I read on the team's Discord, Mubong is like a big fan of Pilato. He even plays Pilato in Hero Arena all the time, even though his Pilato is like bronze rank 2 or something like that. But his other units are really good. So he plays Pilato in Hero Arena just to give the other guys he's playing only ranged units. Like, so he's playing like Naevis, Pilato, and then the other guys are doing all the work. So it's I think Myvera, I think Giggs, and I think Snaresbang. And he just like, he doesn't care what map it is, what enemy it is, what units they are playing. He's just like, yeah, let's just everybody crits all the time, and then with rage in your face, basically. Optimus, do I have you? No, not yet. Epic 3, I also use Discord advice. Yes. Hey Opus, do you want to enter our prize drawing? Please let us know which was your favorite encounter. The popular choice seems to be a rare 3 because there's a couple of people who think that Pilato should have range 2. It's what they said. It's not me. I didn't say this. Okay, let's try this encounter one more time to give you some time to make up your mind what you would prefer to see as what do you want to enter for the prize drawing. So let's try this one more time with Cave and Realm only. Obviously this is definitely harder because Accio is not going to be there. Also there is a healing pad in this encounter in the most remote corner of the map. Also if you don't get lucky with Nimrod, this might be a little bit harder. So let's see. Where's Voyasa? Here we go. And then I think the rest of the strategy is kind of the same. So, ha 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 ha. And this is my Queen Akeshro impression. And then we can use Nimrod up here. Okay, apparently these guys always survive, which is great. Ooh, he's still alive. Why are you still alive? That's not according to plan. Why are you still alive? Harun. Okay. This might be hard now. Okay, let's move to the top. Give them a target. Oh, you gotta be... Okay, change of plans. We have to deal with Harun. Can we deal with Harun any other way? I don't think so. Why is Harun doing these things to me? Okay, we're stepping into the darkness, the fresh darkness, which is going to be around for next turn. And then we can teleport next turn. And we're just going to sit tight and do nothing. Okay, can you teleport now? No? Oh man. Oh, the darkness at the top is gone now. Well, great. So the advice is to put this guy next to a shade, so he's kind of be like dealt with, and then we just hide again. Is it a case of you have to get lucky with a crit hit? Yeah. Okay. Now it is kind of hard. I have to say. It is kind of hard, but even so, we're good. We just crit again. So was this bad luck? Let's just try this one more time. I'm pretty certain this was just bad luck. Darkness. Come on, Harun. Whoa. This Harun is the real deal. So we might not be able to play this the way I did in the first attempt. Still alive. Don't eat Nimrod. Ah! We even had Voyasa take damage now. What's happening? Okay, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I have to... Ugh. Maybe we need to use Nimrod at the bottom? But then they're immediately all gonna be dead. That would suck. Nah. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and move into the corner with Voyasa so he can heal. I mean, obviously this is gonna work out. Oh yeah, we can actually use this useless active. Yeah, the damage that Voyasa is taking is not a big deal. Because now... Polearm! Polearm! Stupid polearm. Can we get rid of this guy? Yes. Why can we... this level! Why is there everything in the way? Stairs, my mortal enemy. This is like an episode of Kung Fu Panda now. Okay, so now we have the problem that I explained at the very beginning. Oh, look at this. If we're getting super lucky, we're not killing him. Okay, we're not going to be able to do that. I mean, we lost Nimrod already, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but this would be the other approach. Interesting. Is this a lot harder than I thought, and we just got lucky on the first attempt? This is such a convoluted way to go about it. Is it? Just don't use Nimrod, hide all the team in the bottom. It can be done without Accio by retreating down. Okay. Use Nimrod next turn and hit Harun with Ranaklu. Oh. You can get 500 points with 4 heroes? Yeah, I mean, it's not like Voyasa is gonna do anything big here. Okay. Opus said Epic 2. Okay, let's try your approach. Let's try your hiding in the corner approach. I like the legendary encounter. Okay, Insights also here. Insights Engine. I know this. Hi, I want to offer promotion to your channel. Followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. Thanks. We don't need that. Just don't spam the chat, please. Listen to the people. Let them come. Let the shades do their thing. Okay, let's try this one more time. Maybe this is a better approach for those of us who do not have max out units, or who are just not good at this game like me. Okay, so we're trying the new strategy, which is run. Run and hide. We are still going with Pinakeshu, right? I use Grandma instead of Nimrod. But can she take out Haroon? No. Right? Let's see. We're just gonna move here. We should not be in the danger zone. Okay, we want to do this. Okay, where's the danger zone? So we're actually fine. Just move a bit down. Oh, danger zone is moving with me. That's not good. How is that Haroon? Now these guys can move 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I go here, I should be fine. Okay, good. And then who is hitting Nimrod? Nobody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, even you cannot move any further. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we should be fine. So this is the first turn. We just pass play. Why is nobody attacking? Okay, now I need Yasmin. Yasmin would be great right now. Okay, let's try and hit him from here, maybe? He doesn't hit back. He's not like one of these other guys. They don't hit back. Yeah, let's give just more summons. Okay, this seems almost even easier than before, if that is possible. Yeah, they cannot even throw them around. Wow. Yeah, okay. This seems a lot easier, to be honest. So we can now use Kunakeshru to just give us more shades. Oh, I might have messed this up now. Because the Palace Guard is going to throw Kunakeshru. He doesn't have another target, I believe. Yeah, I think I messed it up. So actually played even more passively than I just did. Oh, we can teleport here. Oh gosh, okay, let's just don't do what I do, okay? Just never watch another stream of myself. Ah, God. Oh! No! I thought I can heal Ranaklu in the next turn I'm gonna win. Didn't really work out. But yes, just played passively. This seems like the better approach. Unless you want to get lucky and you have absolutely zero patience, which is a very good description of me. Lucky and zero patience. Videos in Discord, simply let Akio out. Yeah. Okay, Monster Mash, what was your favorite encounter? Did you say? I use Nimrod on the clustered enemies, but you do you. Okay. Take care, Mario. No worries, you're still in the drawing. Monster Mash. Said which encounter? Also, I'm just gonna leave this music in the background the entire time now. This is almost as legendary as the Guild Raid run from Shadow Fiend once upon a time. Unfortunately, nobody else heard it, but he was playing Indian folk music in the background. It was something else. So, Monster Mash. I'm just gonna say you're gonna prefer Rare 3 because Pilator. Alright, that's it. 19 names on the list. Seems like that checks out. This is your last chance. Almost pressed the button. Almost pressed the button. Okay, I'm gonna hit start any moment now. 5, 4, 3, 2. More people in the chat all of a sudden. Anybody else wants to enter the prize drawing? Last chance. Come on. Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip of water. I knew it. Can I join? You can. Last call. All passengers flying to Summoning Token Island. Asa Finn. You just have to tell us what your favorite encounter is. If you don't say anything, it's gonna be Rare 3. Where are you guys coming from? Manish. Chaudhari, okay. And then Nina. Hi. Rare 4? Who's K? Hello. Tempered White. Is that your in-game name? That's useful advice or useful information, thanks. But mostly we need a level that you preferred the most. Also, you can just, like, Rare 3 is the worst. Oh, we solved this very easily. You just need Pilator. Okay. Pilator. Wait, this is the Pilator stream today. Alright. Yeah, you can put me down for double draw again. Okay, Kyle is also in. Kyle is also in. If we hit Kyle, his favorite encounter was Rare 3, I'm 100% certain. Then we're gonna get a double draw, which means we're gonna be drawing 2 winners. Woo! Okay. You just let me know what your favorite encounter is any moment. It's fine. Rare 3 is actually better. Okay, let's see. Last chance. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Vahin Patel, congratulations. Just joined us and immediately you're getting something. Congratulations. Unless no, I think we're good, right? Or were you here earlier? Oh no, sorry. You have been watching from the very beginning, I believe. Right? I guess. It's fine. Either way, congratulations. Please get in touch with Kyle. I guess. Is it still Kyle or is LRA taking over? I don't even know. I'm sorry. Please get in touch with Kyle on the Discord, on the official Discord. So if you've never done this, I'm just going to show you. If you've never done this, just go in the game settings and then here you can go to settings, which was, I pressed the icon in the bottom, in the upper right corner, which is here. And then once you clicked on the gear icon, you can click on Discord. This button in the middle. And then you end up on the official Discord. You can still message me. Okay, Kyle is the person to go to. And then on the official Discord, which is here. Yeah, here you go. You just basically go to announcements. That's usually the easiest way. And then in announcements, you will find Kyle. And then you can say, hey, Kyle. Nice seeing you on the live stream. Bear 3 was the best encounter. And don't send him this message. He's not going to be happy. He's not going to be happy if you send him this message. Tell him that you won the random drawing. He will know. And tell him your in-game name and your player ID. Your player ID you can also find in the game. Let's go back again. And the cheat code here is that if you click on this at the very bottom, if you click on this, you will copy it. So if I just click on this, I have now copied it. And now I can send it to other people. Like my wife. She's going to be super interested. She's like, oh, I always wanted to know your player ID. All right. Buff Pilator. I didn't say it. All right, that's it for today. We don't really have anything else. There's a football game coming up. There's some topics on the official Discord that are flaming up in the last couple of days about people are basically asking what's going to be happening next for the game. It is something that Kyle has confirmed a couple of times now, much to his own demise. We kept asking him about this. That there's going to be an announcement being made. I think this was in suggestions. Might be in feedback, I'm not sure. There's going to be an announcement in the new year. So we all have to be a little bit more patient. And then at the start of the new year, here we go. Snowprint will announce what is going to happen with Rivengard. The natural inclination of most people that read over this is that it's going to be good news. Having been around in the gaming industry for 20 years, this has a bit of a flavor of when your boss tells you, hey, we have to have a conversation. Now, half the time your boss is going to tell you, hey, I just wanted to let you know that you're a great employee and you're doing a great job. But most of the time when people hear your boss wants to have a conversation with you, they assume something else. So I have no idea what this announcement is going to be. Some people are happy, some people are like, oh, yay, something is coming, and some other people are like, this sounds like, the Broho, for example, said this. He was basically saying, I've heard stuff like that before. I think Luca was also saying this. I've heard similar announcements in the past, and they were like a nice way of packaging the fact that there's going to be less new content for the game. So we're going to be hearing that in the new year, and then once this is going to be public, we're going to be talking about it and breaking it down. And I'm going to let you guys know what I'm going to do, depending on what the announcement is. All right? So that's basically it for today. I hope we're trying to end on a high note here. Congratulations again for everybody watching. I hope you guys are going to be able to get a perfect score in the adventure. It is hopefully easy enough for you now with these walkthroughs. Congratulations again to Vahin, our winner of the prize drawing. Get in touch with Kyle. And I see you guys on the official Discord, and or very soon again, there's going to be another festival upcoming with a brand new unit. It has like actually quite exciting effects. Could be extremely good for campaign, like ridiculously good in campaign. And also very annoying in arena, in hero arena, and almost broken basically in tournament arena. Those are my very early impressions without having seen too much about the unit. Obviously, it's a lot about the scaling of the effects for the unit. So it's too early to tell, but it looks like this unit has a lot more potential than the last unit that we had in a festival, where we were like a bit more on the edge, we're not like 100% sure if it's going to be any good. All right, that's basically it. See you guys very soon. Take care and bye-bye.